This is the largest castle by the land area as well in the world. So this big entry gate contains 3 gates. Here I'm showing you some of the artillery being used. Here you can see different kind of spears. Here I'm showing you the closer view of the high castle and higher a bit. It's very high from the ground, as you can see. You can see there is a beautiful bridge connecting this Nagot river. Welcome to the new vlog, and today I will be exploring one of the biggest castle in the world, that is Malbork Castle. And right now I'm at the train station, that is the Malbork train station. In order to reach here, you can come from the Warsaw as well as from the Gdansk. So from the Warsaw capital to the Gdansk, you can come by train, which is exactly around 300 kilometers, and from the Gdansk to Malbork, it's almost around 50 kilometers. Here you can see, on the way to the Malbork Castle, you can see a statue which is directly pointing in the direction of castle. You can see. And now I'm going towards the castle. Here is some view about the city. The city is not big, but it does have a lot of tourist attraction. So a lot of tourists comes here to visit this place. But at least you can see there is a McDonald's. Welcome to the Malbork Castle, and this is the largest brick castle in the world. And also this is the largest castle by the land area as well in the world. Here you can see the castle was basically destroyed almost completely, like most of the structures were completely destroyed in the World War II, as you can see. So the castle was destroyed in World War II and it was rebuilt again, which exactly looks like this. This castle stood as a symbol of power, resilience, and the beautiful architecture. And on this side you can see there is a ticket house, and you can buy the tickets even online or at this place as well. Now let's go ahead and check. Malbork Castle was built by the Teutonic king in 13th century. They chose this site along the Nagot river as their headquarters, making it central power in their crusades across the Baltic region. The Baltic region is basically the part of an Atlantic Ocean surrounded by the countries like Poland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Germany, and few more countries, as you can see in the map. Now I'm at the entry of the castle, and here you can see there is a wooden bridge, and this space is basically called moats, a kind of an artificial lake that basically was built artificially to provide protection to the castle. Here you are seeing the high castle, and on the wall of the high castle you can see there is a statue of a Virgin Mary with a child. Here you can see the entry gate to the castle, and you can see on this castle gates there are lots of openings and windows which were like guarded by the soldiers. And you can see there is a wooden bridge, and on both sides of the bridge you can see there is an empty space. So in the 14th century around, the entry to the castle was not so easy to the foreigners or any other people who are not known. So they have to go through the process of identification, like only the known people can go. Here you can see the big wooden gate, and then another metal gate, and there is another wooden gate. So this big entry gate contains 3 gates, 2 wooden gate, and in the middle there is another gate. This is how the inside view of the castle looks like from the entry gate. That's the entry gate, and this is the main gate which gives the entry to the castle. And you can also see there are few houses also near to the castle, and these houses were basically used by the travelers and some people who were basically working in the castle, lower rank people. Over time, this castle expanded to include high castle, middle castle, and the low castle. And all these castles were surrounded by the thick wall and the moats. And the moats were basically used as a defense for the castle. Same with the thick wall. So thick wall surrounding the castle were used as a defense. So multiple defenses were being used to defend the castle from the invaders and the foreign elements. Here I am showing you some of the artillery being used by the soldiers in the Malbork Castle to defend the castle. There are many important rooms in this Malbork Castle. Here you can see this is called Great Refractory Room. This was once being used as a dining hall, and you can see the ceiling has a really very beautiful design, and you can see there is a large space in this refractory room for a large number of people to gather. Imagine like hundreds of knights and noblemen feasting together here after a long day. Here you can see the great armory room, and in this room a lot of defenses and offenses arms are being kept which were being used during the wartime. You can see, for example, helmets, different kind of helmets, You can see these are the defense being used for the defense. Here you can see the sword for the offense. Here you can see different kind of spears. Throughout the castle you will find the symbols of the order like crosses and the knightly emblem, which basically symbolizes religion and military of the order. There is another room also, and here you can see the collection of firearms which were being used for the hunting as well as for the defense as well. Here I'm showing you the closer view of the high castle, and in front of this high castle here you can see this middle castle, and and in between these two castles there is a moat, dry moat in between them, and these two castles are being connected by the wooden bridge, as you can see, and it's a little bit higher a bit. It's very high from the ground, as you can see. The wooden bridge is really very high from the ground, and you can see the entry of the high castle is being closed by this gate, which is also a part of the bridge. So once this gate closes, the high castle and the middle castle separates. So if there is entry of only one person is required, so this bridge gets opened, and more number of people is required, then this bigger gates is open. So let's go into the high castle. So these are the graveyards belonging to the knights, and in the front you can see the large building that is kind of a small chapel, and here you can see these are the defense wall for the high castle. Here you can see there is a small garden which was being used by the knights in their free time for extra activities like musics, some kind of small fun activities in the garden, taking care of the garden, spending some time here and talking, as you can see. And there is also a fountain in between the garden. Here you can see this is the room which is called the chapter house room, and it is the place where the important decisions were made and the important topics were being discussed. And here you can see this is the Grand Master's seat. Here you can see the courtyard of the high castle, which really looks beautiful. Here in the courtyard of the high castle you can see there is a well. Given this well seems to be like deep, so there is a mechanical equipment was being used to draw the water from the well, as you can see. In the modern period, this castle has been recognized as the UNESCO World Heritage Site, and people from all over the world basically come here to visit this castle. This is the castle which has been conquered by anyone, has not been invaded by anyone, although it was being sold, but was never been invaded by anyone. You can see here the defense between the two walls. Here the archers and other guards were hiding and can attack the invaders from the top, like pouring hot water with arrow, fire. It's time to exit the castle now. It took me almost 4 to 5 hours to explore whole the castle. I would say in the final it was really worth visiting this castle. Got to know a lot about the how the castle was being built, the kings, and especially the medieval architectures were beautiful. And yeah, so overall it's worth to visit this castle. And this is the final exit point. It's out of the castle. Here you can see the outside of the castle, and near to the castle there is a river. That river is called Nagot river, and this river provided the natural defense to the castle. And you can see there is a beautiful bridge connecting this Nagot river, and it really looks very beautiful from the bridge. So that's all from this video, and see you in the next video from the Poland. Till then, bye bye. God bless you.